A lot of people are hiding the pineal gland from you. It's huge. We're talking about the most important gland in the body, and nobody even talks about it or knows about it. So sad. So many losers.
First of all, this is heresy! Second off, the science tells us that the pineal gland just controls the circadian rhythm. We have to trust the science.
Listen, Linda, I know that you think you know how this gland works and you think that it's nothing special. Wrong! This is what happens when you spend your entire life reading fake news and not doing any real research. You see, the pineal gland is way more than what they tell you. This thing, it's the key, folks. It's been talked about for thousands of years in all the best places. The Bible, ancient teachings, Yogananda knew about it. Science now knows about it. The Hindus knew this too, by the way. They call it the ajna, and it connects you to higher consciousness.
The third eye is demonic. Say Christ is Lord!
Demonic, of course they did. That's what they want you to think. They don't want you to know the truth. Especially not about something this powerful, but let me tell you, it's all right there in the Bible, and not everyone can see it, especially people like you who just skim the surface. Now in Matthew 6:22, King James Version, fantastic version by the way, it says, "The light of the body is the eye. If therefore thine eye be single, thy whole body shall be full of light." Now what do you think the single eye is? It's not your two regular eyes, it's the third eye. This big, the one that fills your body with light when it's activated, but you wouldn't know that because you're too busy listening to dogma. But listen, Linda, it's not just in the New Testament. Let's go back to Genesis, all the way back. You ever heard of a guy named Jacob? Probably not. He said, I'm quoting here, "For I have seen God face to face, and my life is preserved." That was at a place called Pineal. Now, do you think it's just a coincidence? Pineal, it's right there. Jacob wasn't just talking about a location, he was talking about seeing God through his third eye. That's the pineal gland, my friend. I can keep going. Well, science doesn't have any proof of this, so I can't believe it until science tells me. Listen, you seem like the type that doesn't understand science very much, but there's a ton of evidence for this. When the pineal gland is activated, it works like an alchemist in your brain. It takes something simple like melatonin, my favorite tonin. It upgrades into something far more powerful. You see, that's what esoteric alchemy has been talking about for centuries. The transformation of one substance into something greater. This upgraded version of melatonin, that's what gives you visions. It opens the door to insight, to mystical experiences. Suddenly you're seeing things you've never seen before. You're experiencing things that most people can't even imagine. But here's where it gets really interesting. The pineal gland has these tiny crystals in it, and when they're activated by pressure, there's something that's called piezoelectricity. They start vibrating. That's where the real magic happens. These vibrations connect you to higher states of consciousness. Your brain starts working at a much faster rate using gamma brain waves, the kind of waves that elevate your entire mental state. The fastest waves, the best waves. You start seeing life differently, feeling more connected to the universe and tapping into your true potential. And let me tell you, my voice hurts, but this is why they don't want you to have this power. Because when those crystals in your pineal gland start vibrating, you're no longer a cog in their machine. They, the ones running the show, they don't want you tapping into this, because the moment you connect to this higher power with your intuition, you're connected to something much bigger than them. When you operate from your intuition, you're guided toward what you're actually here to do. And when you have that kind of power, they lose control. That's why they don't talk about this. They don't teach it, and they definitely don't want you to have it, because when you do, you're untouchable. When you operate from your intuition, you're connected to a higher intelligence, and they can't program you anymore to want BS that they want you to want so that they can make a lot of money off of you and keep you in the hamster wheel. But let me tell you something. They don't want you to have that discernment. They don't want people to be playing the human game at a high level in this reality, connected and trusting to the true universal intelligence. Why? Because when you do that, they can't control you anymore. There are no middlemen between you and God or the universal intelligence, whatever the fuck you want to call it. You communicate directly with the universal intelligence through multiple means. The pineal gland is just the tip of the iceberg, my friend. In the 30-day level up challenge, we go way deeper. We're talking about reprogramming your subconscious mind, connecting to your intuition, and activating your highest level self and embodying it finally. Aren't you fucking tired of being a loser? Aren't you tired of it? The pineal gland stuff is great. It's huge, it's powerful, but the challenge takes you way beyond that. It gets into the traps you've been caught in. Why the aren't you at your highest level self already? We're gonna get into it. We'll go into the things that you can't even talk about on social media because it's too fake. I gotta code it. I can't do it here. It's too deep. You're going to be operating at a completely different level, a higher level, massive transformation. Trust me, it's the highest level. You're not going to want to miss it. Get your shit together. 30-day challenge starts in less than a week.